Testing. Wow. Fucking got it. I didn't make it my fucking default. Okay, everybody, I'm back. Hey, I finally worked out how to get my sound working. Oh my God, what a muck around. So I'm wondering if anyone's actually going to drop on now because I'm pretty sure everyone's actually pissed off and left and I don't blame them. So anyway, my sound's definitely working. I can see it's working. I'm just going to hang out here for a little bit and see if anyone actually does drop in now after that total bloody debacle. But yeah, I can see I've actually got sound happening now finally. Just had it on the wrong set, had the microphone on the wrong setting. Warhols, how you going, mate? Good to see you. Oh, shit, I feel like I'm waving to someone. Yeah, settings, mate. You just... I used to be tech savvy. I used to be tech savvy once, so I'm not anymore. But anyway, I finally got it working. Dog got a bone, mate. I don't give up. I just don't quit. I just keep going until I think this is like test, like until I got it going just now. I think that was test run like number 25 or something because I just set it all up as private and finally figured out how to get it working. Hey Steve, how you going, mate? Yeah, so I had a few people waiting. We're all ready to go. Yeah, I just shut it all down. So holy shit. The stuff's good when it's working, and when it ain't, you just, you know why they call it a Windows operating system? Because when it doesn't work, out the fucking window it goes. So before I get into what's actually going on, someone's sending me something. Yeah, we'll just see if a few more drop on, and I'll get into the business of what it's all about and the competition I'm running and so forth. And UFO, God, that's a long title, mate. I don't even know how you got that one that long. I just want to do a quick say to Shade Tree Surgeon, Josh, if you actually ever listen or see this video, mate, I honestly tried to buy 4 tickets to Forgotten Angels. I really did. And then there was a big, just my whole, anyway, it wouldn't allow it to go through, wouldn't let it happen or anything. But I honestly did try and buy 4 tickets for that draw for Forgotten Angels. I think it's a wonderful charity, and what you guys are doing over there is just absolutely fantastic. Needs a lot more of it. So, but anyway, I did try, mate, and I'm really sorry, and I'm really disappointed I wasn't able to put some dollars in there. So, but anyway, so if you ever watch this Shade Tree, Josh, Shay, and the crew, Brett Stra and all that, and Dave and Cindy, yeah, I follow. So anyway, want to get it out of the way. So, yeah, where are we at? So we've got 6 here at the moment. Watch it. Yeah, at least I can keep up with this amount of people. So yes, getting this all up and running was absolutely, it took me pretty much all day. Going through settings, frustrations, walking away, blah, 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 as you do. But yeah, good to get it happening. It feels really strange also talking. I feel like I'm talking to myself, but I know other people are listening. So good on you, mate. Thanks for that. You get a pretty honest show with me, that's for sure. I certainly upset some people at times, but anyway, you can't please everybody. And as I was saying earlier today to a couple of people, I trust you. Yeah, okay, mate, 100%. Yeah, going back to smoking at the moment, I don't care. At my age, I can stop and do whatever I like. So smoke, don't smoke, whatever. Smoke cigars, don't smoke, get up cigars. Drink, don't drink. I get to choose these days, and I can stop and start as I go. So fuck it. I'm enjoying life while I can. No, JD tonight, mate. Night 6 sober on a sober run at the moment. And if it wasn't for that free bottle of Jacks I got last week when that guy came across and he just, hey Dex, he just literally, Stinky Pink, hey, he was taking that 2.75, 2.78 diff home, and he paid for it. I mean, shit, I could have gone and bought one 3 days later for $250. So, yeah, that was a free bottle of Jacks, that one. I really enjoyed that. How you doing there, Dex? I'm loving my I'm loving my AMT model, the van. I'm hoping people are going to like the colour I did it in. That's why I'm holding back because, yeah. But anyway, we know what I'm like with colour. I was thinking, yeah, I've seen your comments from here to here, mate. Which part of the world are you from, mate? Stinky Pink. Or Stinky Pinky, sorry. I've got dyslexia. I read everything back to front and upside down. Oh, Cooper Pedy, I've been up there. I drove my old bloody Ramback 63 Bedford bus all the way to Ayers Rock. We went up through there. Not much out there. We didn't stay long. Yeah, what do you think I call them? Naughty sticks there, Wiles. Fuck yeah. I've stopped the cigars at the moment. Oh, okay, yep. Live in the village. Yep. Yeah, I've stopped the cigars at the moment. That was kind of an extravagant habit, but I go through these things and so forth, and even the bloody tobacco's there enough. But yeah, even the cafe creams, mate. Nothing. If it's anything tobacco related, you're going to pay for it like everything else. They're a treat. Oh, Sydney, mate. Yep. How's the weather down there? Still a lovely day up here in paradise as we speak. I won't go into that. We won't mention the war. Yeah, it's a bit different being live. Like I feel like I'm actually talking to myself. I've got to wear me specs because I can't. The whole screen there is just a blur, so I've got to read my specs, and I've just got to get over that. Yeah, I've got to wear specs. That's what happens when you get my age. So yeah, first time I've actually been live and not actually working. Yeah, that old bus, mate. I had an old 63 Ramback Betty, no registration. Probably shouldn't say that. Drove it all around Vic for years, and I drove it all those Ayers Rock and back, and I eventually drove it all the way up here to Queensland, and ended up out in the block in Tara I had for a long time out there. And when I moved here, I couldn't bring it with me, so I left it there. But yeah, I remember going up through Cooper Pedy. We didn't stay long. No, mate, not monetized. I don't believe in running ads. I'm not in it for the money. This is pretty much therapy, I guess. It's like, no, I'm not in it for the money. I just do it because I actually enjoy making vids, and hopefully some of the things I do, people can learn. Like I can teach you how to take lobes off a cam and wipe your motor out. I can teach you how to do that pretty good. I've done that twice now. But hopefully along the way in my strange little adventures and so forth that people actually get something out of it. Yeah, Omar, that dog, yeah, he rode all the way to Perth and back 3 times standing on the tank of my Honda 754. Yeah, had him 14 years. Up here we do. Where I'm heading at sometime soon down to Vic, they still have a -1s and a top of 17. I'm sitting up here in 33 degrees, mate. So yeah, that's why I moved up here. I'm too skinny to be that fucking cold. But yeah, we have good weather. We do. We have good weather. I sort of feel like I'm living in the Goldilocks zone here. We don't get cyclones. We don't have big salties walking up and down the main street, and we don't usually have stingers offshore. So we sort of get the best of everything here. And temperate winters, beautiful summers. Yeah, mate. I've never been so terrified on a motorcycle in my life before. When them live stubbies were coming out the window at me at 140k and dropping right in front of me. I was riding a big VF at that stage, and I was on the way down to my dad's funeral. And I just wanted to get there and come across these fucking, oh my god, and then they fucking chased me all the way into the next town at 108. I think I was pulling about 160, 170 k's, and they were in this big fucking four-wheel drive right up my ass at 170 plus k's into the next town all the way. They were out to kill me. Most terrifying ride, and it was the only ride I ever did to Victoria where I didn't wear my scunge, which, it's the only time I ever wore my scunge riding down to Victoria, and it was the only time I was basically almost physically attacked out there, and there was no cars. It was somewhere between Dubbo and somewhere it was, I think, Twin Peaks or something like that. It was, there's nothing out there, just long roads like this, and these young people, blind, drunk, they were out to kill me. It was not a fun time. And anyway, I survived, as we do. So I'm hoping a few more are going to drop on before I get into this competition. I don't even know how long I'm running this. I'm just rattling on as people say something. I'm just replying to comments. So, but there's 20 up now. So to everyone out there, hi, how you going? If you wonder what's going on in the background, I've got some strip lights, but they're all they're all so old that the controller just keeps it just keeps changing. Oh, we got a like button, have we? I can't even see. I don't get that view of it here. I actually tried I went to my phone and had to go going live, and like that lasted about 2 minutes and turned that off. I just can't do anything on the phone, so I can't see if I'm getting any likes. Oh yeah, up there. First time. I'm a virgin live streamer. Just popped my cherry. How's that? So thanks for coming along for the ride. So I'll get into it now. Let everyone know what this competition is and what the date is. For those who don't know, now I'm just grabbing. Thanks, Paul, from Mug. All your stickers come off, mate, and I haven't even washed it yet. Riding on Ruby Paul over in the States, rides a Street 500. He's a good mate of mine. So this competition. So people who know me, I build models. Buses full of them. So, and quite a few of you people sent me some models, which like fucking just blows me away. Anyway, so I also bought a box of models, and so with my overflow that I bought, I decided, well, maybe I'll give something back to some of the people out there. Some of my scribes who actually watch me, and they've Jonathan, who've never done a model before and never thought about it. And I thought, well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have a draw competition. And I'll tell you how to get into it. And what you've got a choice of is whoever wins it, I'm going to send one of two models. So I've got the Revell Fast and the Furious model, or you can have the beloved AMT, it's all back to front, 55 Chevy model. My camera's back to front. DeGood, Pete. Oh, hey, Pete, how you going, brother? So I'm running this competition. So to enter, you have to be a scriber, of course. Prefer people who've never built a model before. Just for someone who's never really done one and thought like to have a go at it, blah, blah, blah. So you send me an email to hippie_trev6666@live.com.au. If you go back to me models, it's got it written down there. I can't put it in now. Just send me your name, blah, blah, blah. And on the date of the 20th, so 2 weeks from now at 9:30, I'm going to do another live stream, do another live draw, and whoever I'll go through the emails, put on a piece of paper. Oh God, too much come through. And Elizabeth, hey, I know that name. I'm just going to put all the names on a piece of paper, chuck them in a box, and on a live stream, I'm just going to pull a name out, and they're going to have a choice of which model they want to have, and I'll also send a free bottle of glue that you need to go with it. So just want to give something back. Yeah, beautiful up here too, brother. Just want to give something back. So I thought, I might have a little bit of a competition and just for the fun of it. So I can tell you I'm not overly whelmed with emails at the moment, but it'll be a 1 in so many percent draw. So, but anyway, just for a bit of fun, and like I said, I've got a few stacked up there I need to get into at some stage. I'm doing one now. And yeah, I'd just like to give back. So yeah, someone who's never built a model before but would like to have a go at it, yeah, just send me an email, tell me why you like to do it. I'm not going to choose a winner on a story or anything. That's just going to be in the box, boom, out, done. I better read all this. Dex, mate. Yeah, I can see your comments, brother. I'm just a bit slow to react because there's quite a few coming through and I can't keep up. Dex, mate. Yeah, WA's on hold at the moment. That'll be a phone call, okay? Jonathan. Yeah, don't get into remote control, mate. There's no room in the bus to run a remote control car in here, so yeah, no remote controls for me, mate. Just too much wiring. I've got enough wiring to take care of running these solar panels and the boat and wiring the bike, and yeah, I don't need remote control toys to keep me entertained. I've got plenty of wires to play with. But yeah, thanks for the idea. I just like the plastic models because I can just sit down. It's a real change of pace. You sit down, you just take your time, you paint your parts, and then you sort of wait for the paint to dry. You know, have a cup of tea, and yeah, then you go and glue a few parts together, and you know, have another cup of tea, and we'll go and do something else. And yeah, they just teach you a whole new way of just. I've got the time. Like our poor old brother there, he's run his ass off all the time. Okay. Run them on the street. Let's run what on the street? I think the clutch basket's fine, mate. Yeah, Pete, fine. Yep. Yeah, I think the clutch basket's fine. I just readjusted the clutch. I need to get some more rides in. There's reasons for that at the moment. We won't get into it, but people who know me know why. Yeah. So and yeah, sort of still tad chilly up here to be jumping on the bike. And look, all my concentration is just so far been on the bus roof, and then the bloody motor of the car went again, and it was back up on the bus roof. So. Yeah, I was checking the map the other day down to your way, mate, going through Dubbartonship -1 on the top of 17. I was like, yeah, right through the guts of New South Wales. That's a whole day and a half. Okay. Okay, I'm trying to keep up with these comments. Love me, yeah, mate. I love my bike. It wasn't like that when I got it. I had Western bars and floorboards and a big mustache brow and blah blah. And I ripped all that shit off and put on what I wanted to make it comfortable for me. And I made it for long distance riding. I've done 2 trips, well, 1.5 trip down to Victoria. So, yeah, I was coming back from Vic and got about 40, 60, 70 odd Ks out in Naranda and heard this horrid noise and looked down at the oil pressure gauge and there was no oil. And I just held it like 70 mile an hour all the way into Naranda. I wasn't stopping and turned out to be terminal. But I've done, you know, like 1.5 trips down and I've got quite a few miles on it. No, mate. Sorry. Look, yeah, do God. Yeah, just not into RCs, mate. But for those who are in them, a lot of fun, a lot of money. But then again, the amount of money I put into these models, yeah, we won't talk. They're worse than cigars. Building models is like drugs. Maybe I shouldn't do the competition because whoever wins the comp might turn into a model addict. They're kind of like that. So, yeah. Hey, Leno, yeah, how's the weather up there in Mackay? Never been up that far north. I've only been as far north as Rocky and Yeppoon, and that's only thanks to the cat. So, yeah, that's about as far north as I've ever been in Queensland. No real plans to head up there at this stage. So, but I need to get out there, start getting some more riding in, start checking the bike out, and yeah, literally making sure that clutch is going to hold up, and you know, give her a few handfuls here and there, and make sure it's not slipping, and it should make the trip down. I mean, a clutch is a fairly easy job. Doing a clutch on those bikes is really easy. It's more the case of can I get them? I might do a run up to Bundy one time and see if I can order a clutch pack through them, pick up a couple of oil filters, and yeah, just keep it on hand. And when it lets go, change it. Oh, excuse me. Clutches aren't hard to do on those. Just pull the primary off, pull the clutch packs out, put a new set of clutch packs in, do all right, boom, off you go. I've done like 3 Sodas on Harleys so far. This bike here is totally nearly all built from Darren Cross out down to Gympie there. Nearly, I don't know, about 60% of that bike is all built from Darren Cross's slaughterhouse cycles in Gympie. If it wasn't for him down there, I probably wouldn't have been able to keep my bike running. Need something, I just ring him up straight away, boom, down there, and it's always looked after me. Mine is a full American import. There's a story that goes with it if anyone wants to hear it. I guess you're going to have to if you stick around. So, yeah, it's a full American import. It's a 1994 FLSTN, and it was imported, like it was bought in the States, ridden around the States, then brought over here. Now, the story goes with that artwork on it, that paintwork, it was done by a guy named Ollie or something, and apparently he was the graphics arts designer for Star. He was the graphics art designer for Star Wars. Now, as Pete's mate down there in Bendigo, the guy who we went and done the tyre change with on my bike when I was down there last year, I told him that story, and he just sort of said, "Is it signed anywhere?" And I went, And he said, "Mate, it's a good story, but and unless the paintwork's actually signed, that story don't mean dog shit." But look, it's a really good artwork, and I love the story that came with the bike. So I just kept story like the name of the boat. I never named the boat; it was already named like that when I got it. What makes you think I got coined from YouTube, mate? Hey, Eric. Mate, I've done absolutely everything. I've been a labourer all my life. That's why my back's fucked. Furniture movers, earthworks. I've just done lots. We've all done lots at my age. And we've all had HKs and HTs. If you're my age, you've never not sat in a HKTG, HR. Oh, hey, mate. Dan from Gympie. Oh, yeah, down there in Gympie. Yeah, model kits are expensive, but I get them on. I don't buy them out of the hobby shops or anything like that. I buy them on a Facebook page, and I buy bulk buys. Like I'll buy 8, 10, 12 at a time and things like that. And you can get them down. Your average car kits get down to about $35 a kit maybe. I never really pay more than $60, $70 for a truck. I think the big D9 dozer, I think that was about $70 or $80 or so forth. So when you've got as many, it was here the other day. Oh, Brother Ross was, that's right, Brother Ross was here the other day, and he started counting up all the models. So I've got a shelf in the house just full of them as well, and we sort of lost count and forgot about it. Eric, mate, the cars I've had that we've all had, absolutely. The one I'd love to have, there's 2 cars I'd love to have back, probably the most. One would be me Purple XB. I love that car, and me ZD Fairlane. They're probably the 2 nicest Fords I've ever owned. Yeah, missed opportunity, mate. What time for me to light the crap out? Oh, this is so different going live. So, anyway, we've got 35 here now. So, people clear on the competition, as in far as if you want to win a model. If you want to know more about it, you'll have to painstakingly go back and watch one of the last 2 model builds that one of the last 2 vids I did on the Fox box that I'm building now, and that'll give you all the details on actually how to enter. Like I said, I don't expect to be a flood of emails, but hey, why not? Yeah, something different to do. And this is, like I said, this is my very first live feed, so this is all new to me. And keeping up with all the writing is, pretty full on. Now, it's good money in parts, mate. Yeah, brother Pete knows all about HT panel vans. Nice. Dream car would either be a XB Coupe or a Landau Coupe. One of those 2. They'd be my dream cars. Thank you, Jonathan. Yeah, just struggling along. I guess it's kind of like talking into my GoPro, except I can't edit this one out. So if I blah, 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 with them as I go along. yeah, I can't. It's live. This is live. So, yeah, there's no editing here. And it's just gone 9:30 up here in Queensland. Still a lovely day in paradise. Oh God, I love saying that. Don't mention the war. So you probably can't see, everything's reversed here. So over in the corner, over in the wall is me magnificent drawing I got of the boat sent to me. And morning, Minky Pink. Yeah, so that's proudly up on the wall. No, I never got it laminated, but that's fine. It's in its plastic cover. I've got it taped to the wall. I just absolutely love that drawing. Blew me away. Just wow, absolutely wow. Oh yeah, Eric, yum. Yeah, yum. Just yum. That's all I can say, mate. Yum. Absolutely. XP's my favourite Ford, without a doubt. My ZD Fairlane, that was great when I had the twins because they were teenagers. So it was a nice big car. She had a beautiful 302 Windsor in it, gas and fuel, and it just had the best note. And it was just a nice big car to be carting my twins around in. So, and being teenagers, it was a cool car to pull up the high school and pick them up. And there was this beautiful old bronze bloody ZD Fairlane picking them up, and yeah, they were pretty proud. So yes, we've all had some pretty nice cars. Yeah, which Cortina, mate? I like the more of the bubble nose, the sloping dash with the 4-speed in it, and the 250 Crossflow. I mean, you could get a V8, but they used to get a 250 pre Crossflow on those things, 4-speed, and they had the sports dash. Well, yeah, I like the Cortinas. They were good. Yeah. I don't know how many, I think I tried to add up once how many bikes I have had. And yeah, it's a few. And certainly had a few cars, turned them over. The boat will be till I'm no longer with this planet. He's a family heirloom. Like I was saying before, I didn't even name it the boat. That's the name that came with it. And I've personally known that car for 25 years plus. And the lady I bought it off, she named it the boat because she said it just drove like a boat. And it does. You can see it in the as we're driving. You can see she just does this. Thanks, Eric. I don't even know how. Oh, you've been on half an hour. Yeah, thanks, mate. Hope you have a great night too. So yeah, like as I was saying, competition's there. You can win. I'll do it again, even though it's backwards. You can have the. Oh, got it. So you can win a 55 Chevy to do. These are all factory sealed too, ready to go. Or you can have the Fast and the Furious model, and I will send tube of glue. And yeah, just email me hippie_trev6666 at live.com.au with your name and so forth. And yeah, I'll do a draw on the 20th at about 9:30 p.m., 9 p.m. And someone's going to win. Hey, Chris. Oh, hang on. I ought to go and turn this fucking music off. Triple J have just switched over to their shit. They start playing their fucking death metal this time of night. I'm just not into it. Thank you. That's not a really pleasant name to say, Stinky Pinky. I could just call you SP. Yeah, what skills are they, mate? Jeez, yeah, anyway. I got enough to keep me going and keep things running, and that's about it. It's why I drive the car I drive and the bike I ride, because I can maintain them. Anything above that, I had an XR8 for a while. I went over to Perth, caught up with my twins 6 years ago. Hey, Bill, nice to see you back, mate. And I bought the XR8 off my daughter because it was just too big for her to handle in Perth, blah, blah, blah. And drove it back to here by Vic and so forth and come up here. And I mean, I lift the bonnet and just like shake my head like, what the fuck? I can't do anything with this. And so I'd only recently not long had the boat, and so I had them both parked in the driveway. And I can't afford both Regos, they're both V8s. One of them has to go, so kind of wasn't hard to choose. Yeah, well, at the moment, I would not jump in the boat and drive it down to Victoria. I don't know if it would make it. I'm still actually breaking that second cam in. I think I know. Excuse me. I think I know. There's about 3 or 4 things I think I did that I know I did wrong when I replaced that first cam. The first real thing I did wrong was I did not match the lifters to the cam. I just bought a set of lifters out of Autobarn. I was just going to do it on the cheap, just throw a cam in there. I was, but anyway, and then I got that cam off Garrett, who did the heads for me. I've also watched a lot of YouTubes that mention that the materials coming out lately are of such poor quality, and it's becoming a little bit more common now. But anyway, so excuse me. Anyway, so I did not match the cam and lifters, which I did this time. I greased up the cam with all the gear you're supposed to grease the cam up with, and blah blah blah. New timing chains and gears and blah blah blah. But I didn't use breaking in oil. I just threw in shitty old 20W50 and threw in that fucking zinc treatment. And after watching quite a few videos, it sort of stated that those zinc treatments, they don't really mix very well like that, and you've got to buy the already blended mixes and so forth. So there was another reason, and there was a couple other reasons out there, but I think they were like the 2 main reasons why maybe I messed up the first time around. But this time I got the breaking oil, I matched the cam and the lifters, and just hopefully still in braking period. I've still probably got another 1,000 plus miles to go before that cam probably fully broken in. So yeah, that was an effort on its own. Yeah, mine was the 03 Mark II XR8. What are they? 260. The 260 Boss. Yeah, mate. In the back, like just there's a little tiny pinhole coming under one of the side windows. There's a little bit in one of the doors, a little bit bubbling in a couple of spots. Look, overall, she's solid. Like the floors, everything 100% solid. Things like that. Hey, brother. Yeah, no, I won't mention the war, mate. It's all right. Yeah, no, look, she's a solid car. Absolutely solid. I was thinking, I feel like I was thinking of doing a closed door respray, but no, not doing it. She looks better as she is, and the minute you do a closed door respray, you got to start pulling all the trims off, and that's when all your clips start breaking. And oh, look, we better fix this little bit of rust while we're here. Like before you know it, your car's in fucking pieces. So, I'm going to take this off for a sec. The other week at the car show, look, I'm so sad about our local car show, but I won't go into that. But the other day at our car show, when there were all these like nicely done up EJs and whatever, and just beautiful cars. They were just magnificent. And they were sort of over this part of the oval, and right over the other end of the oval, there was the boat, like this workhorse with a trailer hanging out the back and shit absolutely everywhere. And, it sort of helped bring people over. But I'm thinking, yeah, you got all there with your nice shiny cars that you drive on Sunday, maybe, or maybe if it doesn't rain, where there's the old boat still out earning a living. So I'm pretty proud of that girl, if you know what I mean. No, never been to Drake Strip in my life, ever. Hang on, I've got to read this one. In the morning, I'm not sure what you mean by that, Walls, but yeah, okay. Yeah, it was Pete. Well, Ted ended up with that for a while. I sold that to Ted before I took off over to WA. SM, look, if you've got a classic car, I fully understand that. For me, I don't have time for a classic. I don't have the room, and I don't have the money for registration for a classic, all that sort of shit. If I got a car or I've got a bike, it's got to work. I don't really care. I mean, I care how they look, but at the same time, I'm more in keeping them going, and they've got to work. I had a beautiful F100. It was like a show car, and that thing had to do everything when I was living out Tara. It carted bloody spars around on wood and beautiful F100, long wheelbase. Yeah, she just got too thirsty for me. But yeah, they've got to work. You can't have a car and it doesn't work. Oh. No worries, Captain. Good, mate. That's good. What are you on about, brother? What's not backwards? Oh, mate, my daughter, Ra, she will never forgive me for selling that F100. That was going to be her truck. Like when I went, that was going to be hers. So, yeah, Ra's never really forgiven me for that one. But she wasn't, it was a truck, twin clutch plate, 351, thirsty as a motherfucker. That thing just used to drink the fuel. And every gear, double clutch, every gear. But you could, you start off in second. You didn't worry about first. You start off in second and just pulled that well, and you could actually go around a corner at like 30 mile an hour in top gear and just around the corner, and you'd have enough torque and power to just keep going. I changed diffs three times in that to try and get it right. Oh, okay. My video is not backwards. Oh, it looks backwards to me here. So, okay. Oh, that's good. It's not backwards. No, look, at the moment, my parts. Sorry, mate. Chris, no. As far as parts, I'm fine for parts. The only thing is, is that clutch going to let go at any stage? I'm not really sure about that. I took it out a little while ago and gave a good run. Sort of, I readjusted it all, and I gave a good handful a couple of times, and it didn't feel like it was letting go, and it was good. So I should actually go and get a clutch pack and just sort of shove it in the bag in case I need it or something like that. Yeah. I hope I can still do that ride. Cheers, Mick. Yep. I'll have mine when I have it next. If I was on it, I certainly wouldn't be doing a live feed. There's no way. Excuse me. There's no way I'm going to be sitting here drinking bourbons while I'm doing a live feed. That would just not be a good thing to do. But cheers to you, mate. Enjoy. I'll make another cup of tea shortly. So, yeah, okay. 37 minutes in. I guess I can hang around for a bit longer. If anyone wants to hang around for a bit longer, I'm willing to do that. Ask me some questions. I'll tell you some stories. I've got plenty of bloody stories. Poor old cat rang me up the other day, and she just wanted to have a chat. And then I got so into a conversation about something that she actually yelled down the phone, "Stop! Take a breath!" So, yeah, if you want me to talk, I can keep talking. I don't know, mate. Put your entry in. Have I got an email yet? Yeah, look, I can't believe where I'm at. So, yeah, it blows me away every time. Mate, I love living in the bus. When I got the house, it was a 4-bedroom house, and I had a lady at the time with kids and blah, blah, and I had that whole setup, like all the bedrooms set up and everything. It was a full-on party house. I used to live out in the veranda and just party, blah, blah, blah. It was fucking kick-ass. And then for whatever reason, blah, blah, I bought the bus, moved into here. And anyway, when Joe was going to leave the house, so forth, a few people asked me would I ever move back in the house. And why would I move back into the house? I have to go and buy furniture again. So, night, Leo. Thanks for dropping in, mate. So, yeah, it keeps everything, like I condensed a 4-bedroom house into this bus and then drove it all the way down to Victoria Way in 11.5 ton and spent 3 months parked up at Pete's place down there in Vic and got a row with him, blah, blah, blah. And look, it's simple living. If it doesn't have a purpose in the bus, pretty much it doesn't go in here. I'll try and keep the sheds as clean as possible. I sell off shit I don't need. So I'm comfortable in here. I love it when some people say, "Oh, you need a man cave." And I think, no, mate, the bus is the fucking man cave. The shed's the workshop. The bus is actually the man cave, single man's quarters type thing, you know. So, yeah, no, I like it here. It's comfy. It's enough for me, and I don't need a whole house to be rolling around in. And I get paid to live in my own backyard. So the name's Hippie, not Dippy. Yeah, I like the bus, mate. Fuck, those holes were big. Oh, mate, I've done the road trip down to Vic in this bus. Me and Isaac came home in this bus from Vic. You know, I've done this. And then I spent 10 days stuck on a T intersection out the other side of Kilkeven with the inner hub broken down. The left side inner hub completely collapsed, and she just pulled to a stop. So I launched into this T intersection and jacked the wheel up, and the whole inner hub just completely collapsed. So I spent 10 days there stuck at a T intersection waiting for parts to arrive to Victoria, rebuilt it there on the side of the road, drove it home, parked in the backyard, and she hasn't gone out since. Cancelled the registration. Fuck that. All right, this bus is too big to be stuck on the side of the road with poor little old me trying to fucking fix it. I ain't living the grey nomad life. No. All right, mate. This is my fourth bus. Like, and each one got bigger. Like, I don't know what it is. And every time I sell the last bus, it's like I'm never going back into a bus again, ever. And something happens and blah, 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 and a decade goes past or something, and all of a sudden, bang, got another bus. And it was bigger than the last one. Like, triple size. I bought this 63 Roundback Bedford bus. There's no bullshit. I bought the 63 Roundback Bedford bus off the Snowy Mountains. And I got there, blah, 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 bought it. No fucking brakes. It was an old 63 Roundback Bedford, had a big 308 on it, gas only, and crash gearbox. And I drove that thing off the Snowy Mountains all the way down to Sale with nothing but a crash gearbox and a handbrake. And I did it. I fucking did it. No bullshit. How much don't I film? Look at the fucking GoPros. Oh my God, the batteries just pan out. I've put a USB port on the bike that hopefully I can plug the GoPros into the squawk boxes and power them. But the last time I did that in the car, it shut the whole GoPro down because maybe it was just too much power and the whole thing fucking overheated. So I've got 7 GoPro batteries and some of them work in one of the cameras. They don't work in whinge. As much as I can that the cameras allow me to do. That's about as much as my filming can do. Look, I film all my rides, you know that, and you know, you do a full day on a bike, you got to edit like 7 or 8 hours of film down to like 30 minutes. It's you get to the motel, you're already knackered. Then you go down the street and grab some bourbon, you order your pizza, and then you sit there and work till midnight getting it out. No, this one's a 466 diesel. I saw Shade Tree's got a new white camera, and I don't know anything about him. What, brother? When I hold the model up, yeah, I don't know what Shade Tree. Look, everyone's having trouble with GoPros. I watch another guy called Rayman Ray over in the States. He fixes all the later model cars and older cars. He's fucking brilliant. He's an inspiration, actually. And he's having troubles, and a lot of the other YouTubers I watch there are all having a lot of trouble with their GoPros nowadays. And it doesn't matter whether it's a 5 or 6 or a bloody 10 or something. Yeah, Rayman's great, isn't he? He's fantastic. And he stopped doing most of his clicks, but yeah, he still does all these other stupid noises. But he's a bloody good mechanic. And, you know, when I was having all that trouble with the boat and I was sort of having my moments there, I used to watch his like daily ones. It was like, it gave me the motivation and say, yeah, I can bloody do this. And then, of course, Christian Cleary, without his emails, I mean, I got a lot of help. There's no doubt about it. But Christian Cleary sent me emails like pages long. And it took me 2 or 3 days to read each one fully to understand what he'd said. And it just made the whole job like I could do it, literally. And I did do it. And I got that bloody front timing cover changed and I didn't have to pull the sump out. What a fucking massive What a win that was. Oh, my God. And there's still no oil leaks. The boat has no oil leaks whatsoever. I'm completely astounded. So, yeah, thank you, Kristen Cleary. If you ever watched this, you really did me a solid, mate, and I'll always remember that. So, but anyway, there's a long rave for you. So, yeah, I'm on my fourth bus, short story, and it's bigger than the last ones. So when I drove it down to Vic, she weighed an 11.5 tonne. She was, come up the Bunya Mountains on the way home, first gear, and I was just like, I wasn't sure I was going to make the top. Isaac sitting next to me, he turned white. I got my foot flat to the floor, and I'm not sure we're going to make the top of that hill. She was loaded. Okay, well, I've run this for 45 minutes, which is pretty epic for me on a first time round. So I'll probably wrap it up now anyway. Otherwise, I'm just going to keep rattling on and bore you guys senseless. So I'm going to do the draw on the 20th of this month, which is 2 weeks from now. I'll do it at 9. I'll do it at 9 o'clock our time, Queensland time. I'll do it at 9 o'clock at night. So, yeah, just send me an email and state your name. And the name you'd also like read out. So if you don't want your name actually read out, different to your email address, blah, blah, blah. And just, why you'd like to win the model. Don't go, Trev. Mate, look, if you guys are willing to listen to whatever I've got to say, I'll hang around as long as you guys like. I just don't want to bore anyone shitless. No, she's all manual, mate. This one, all my bus, I would never have an automatic bus of any kind. No, mate, I do not rent my workshop. That is mine. That's the good. Yeah, that's mine. Yes, Dave. That's very encouraging, mate. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Like I said, this is my first time at it. As Kat found out the other day, you get me going on a rave. She said, stop for a fucking breath, mate. Hey, Kat, if you're watching. So, can I make the next long distance haul ride? I did Mount Morgan twice on the bike, and that was only 5 hours one way. And by the time I got to where I was like either up there or home, I was glad to get off that fucking bike. And I got up next morning, like, I'm glad I'm not getting on the bike today. It was really like that. So, can I actually do these long miles on the bike again? That's another thing. One would hope I can. Maybe I just stop more often and have longer stays, and I just take a bit longer. Normally, I do it in 2.5 days from here down to just north of Bendigo. There, I'm normally doing about 2.5 days. We do not mention his name on my channel, Dickhead Danny, and we're not going into that either. So, yeah, can I make the trip? That is it. Can I actually seriously? I normally make like Narrabri. I normally make Narrabri the first day, and that's a pretty good haul. And then from there, it's down to usually get down in Naranda by the second day, and that's an even bigger haul. So there's just nothing really out there, not much at all. Yeah, you know all about that, mate, don't you? Yeah, you just done it. Slightly more comfortable bike, but you've done it. Yeah, pretty good. Back holds up pretty good. I usually carry medicinal supplies, just enough. Although they're getting hard to get these days. I went and saw the old doc today, and they're once upon a time, no worries, mate. Get it over the phone, and now it's like you got to like almost beg for the damn things just to have a fucking quality of life back again. I did look at a ute. And then I got flooded, like I just put up a picture of an XR8 ute that, oh, fuck yeah, I wouldn't mind that. And then I got flooded with all the utes for sale. And then I looked at the price of all the utes for sale and said, oh, yeah, I don't think I want a ute anymore now. I just couldn't justify the rego. No, look, when I've got at least maybe 5,000 miles up on the boat, then I can start trusting it. Other than that, I don't do any really big trips. Bundy, Maryborough, over Skerrybarrow occasionally, Woodgate Beach when I go out there. I don't venture far from home these days. I don't really have a need to. And then I just, when I'm on the bike, I just love riding around here. So at this stage, I haven't. If this motor lets go, I'll put it this way: if this motor actually lets go again, I'm not going to put another dime onto it. If it fails me a third time, it's failed me twice now. So if it fails a third time, that motor's out the gate. And that means, maybe I have to buy a shitbox ute just to cruise around until I can actually obtain another second-hand running motor that's already been run in. I don't want to buy a fresh motor that hasn't been broken in. Look, fingers crossed I've got it right this time. But no, at this stage, I would not consider buying a second car. Just keeping everything. Look, the way regos are going at the moment, fucking hell, I'm dreading my next rego bill coming in, because up here they charge by engine size. So, you got a V8, you pay for it. I know it's a QR motor, so I think that puts it around a HX or HZ maybe. The numbers I don't know offhand, but I know it's a QR motor, which is pre-pollution, which means I didn't have to modify the boat one bit. I just plonked it in there, went up to the Childers Courthouse where you do your rego, done an engine number change. They typed it in their computer. Yep, you have to pay a few extra dollars more. Boom, that was done. Well, touch something wood. It's all been nicely quiet lately, and let's just hope it stays that way, and I'm going to leave it at that. Sanity has returned. But anyway, so in the meantime, now I've got most of the bus done. Now I've got that part of the bus done. If there's no drastic calls of any major upcoming emergency, I've got to go and start burning all my fucking bindies. They're just sprung up out of everywhere. I can try and read the comments. Get good laughs. No, mate, I'd rather just make vids. This is more just announce the competition and get it out there and have a go, and to make sure I can actually do a live draw, so everyone can see the draw's done live and there's no funny business going on. Shit, now I forgot what I was saying. Thanks very much for that. All right, I completely forgot what I was fucking saying. Oh, yes, now I remember. So, if there's no major emergencies come up, yes, Bill, we'll see what happens, mate. If there's no immediate emergencies come up, I've still got the rest of the bus to finish. Just because I got that finished and it's secured up doesn't mean I should stop now. And that means ripping that solar panel off. I've got my kill switches in. I'm just waiting for that trip switch for that thing underneath it. Old mate said it was going to cause a bushfire. And I quite understand what he was on about then. Everything here is properly subboarded and blah, blah, blah. And, I know everything looks a bit dodgy downstairs, but it is all fused and covered and everything. I certainly wouldn't want to be living in a fire hazard because there's no way out. So, thanks, brother. Sounds like you're off, mate. Thanks for dropping by. No, I haven't seen a HM stamp on it anywhere, mate. I think it's just I found this in a shed up in Bundy. $1,300 from fan, radiator, fan, starter motor, carb, transmission, single into one exhaust system that was stuffed. Everything I needed, just boom, plonked it straight in. Even had the right sump on it, and I only paid $1,300 for it. And then I sold the old motor out of the car for $900. So that's how much. Hey, Bruce. That's how much it cost me to get in there, and I had 2 years solid running. So, look, I don't know, mate. It was a motor that was started on a garage floor up in Bundy that I bought for like $1,300 and tossed in there, 3 odd years ago. No worries, Jonathan. Thanks for dropping by, mate. Appreciate it. Bit of sheet metal under the batteries. No, it's all right. No, they're sitting in a pretty solid cradle. What I might try and do is hook those other 200 amp hour batteries I took off. I might try and wire them as well. So instead of having the 4, I'm going to have the 6 batteries, and hopefully that'll give me more storage capacity. It's just all second-hand stuff, like my mate Stewie, he's right on this shit. He rang me up the day and pretty much said I got all my wiring wrong. But I do what I do. But he said about, he told me like 2 years ago, when you put good batteries with bad batteries, the bad batteries are suck the life out of the good batteries, so you end up with fucking force fuck batteries. So it's worked okay, sort of for the last couple of years, and then these batteries come up at $150 for a pair of 120 amp hours. So yeah, I jumped on them. So whether they're better or what I had, I don't really know at this stage. I'm still trying them out. So if I hook those hundreds up, I'll have 6 batteries of storage, but there's no cradle for them, so I have to figure all that out. So holy shit, I'm coming on now. All right, look, I've just done an hour for you guys. I can't believe it. It's been absolutely fucking amazing. My Virgin live feed. So thanks for coming along. You all know about the competition. And yeah, mate, I can't be bothered getting anything load tested or anything like that. So look, they run or they don't, and that's just how I work. So, but anyway, look, I'm going to close this out now. Look, thank you so much for everything that come along. Sorry, I can't even fucking speak. So thank you everyone for coming along so much. It's been really good, and thanks for my first live feed. Yeah, the competition's there. If anyone wants to do that, that'd be really cool. And yeah, I'm going to take off now. So, yep, see you, Dex, mate. I'll be in touch. Cheers, Bill. See you, Bruce. Yeah, I am going. Knees into breeze, mate. That's it. See you, Mick, Captain, Chris. Where's my mouse? All right, guys, that's it. And to everyone else, yeah. See you, folks. Catch you later, guys. Bye.